Hey everybody, it's me, Alex, with my second video. This might be a bit of a longer one than the other. Uh, Basically, I'm just going to talk about myself a little bit, not so much about what I'm going through just right now, but just something to give you some info on the guy in the video. Uh, well, like I said, I'm 61. I was born in I was born at a very early age. I'm an idiot. No, sorry. You get to see a lot of that in these videos. Some humor. That's how I've always gotten through things in life. Well, no, so I was born in Maple Ridge, BC. Lived there most of my life up until 2006, which is when I moved to the Kootenays. And they, within a very short period of time, became my home, my happy place. And if things go the way they do, I'll probably be moving back to the coast for whatever amount of time, which will be the third time I've left Selma and the third time for reasons. First time was to go to a recovery house for alcoholism. Second time was because, in a short period of time, my boss died, my mom died, and things just weren't working out up here. So I decided to get back to the coast for a few years and just get a solid footing of some kind. And then I moved back up here again last year. And now this. The Kootenays don't seem to be very good luck for me, but whatever. I love it. I love the people. It's beautiful here. But anyhow, so yeah, but in the meantime, I said born in Maple Ridge, lived there. I went to Hammond Elementary, Westview, and then Ridge for high school. Uh, So I was born with a whole bunch of complications, birth defect wise. I had a double hair lip, cleft palate, uh, no nose. Basically, this nose it's all bone and cartilage from other parts of my body. I've had literally dozens of surgeries in my lifetime. So this getting poked with needles and stuff again right now is nothing. And to be sarcastic about it, it's kind of nice not to be going into the hospital and have them poking at my face. I'm already beautiful. You don't need to do anymore. I make myself laugh anyhow. Uh, but yeah, I can't say life's been overly difficult. Like for me, some of the stuff I had to go through was, but it's nothing compared to what other people have gone through in their lives. So, and some of what I went through in the long run kind of made me a better person. I was teased and bullied a lot growing up, especially high school. Uh, but it made me, I'm sure there was a better way to learn the lesson, but it made me a better person in that I will never hate on you based on circumstances of your birth, whether it's your gender, your race, your sexuality, your country of origin, your nationality, none of that. You know who I hate? Assholes. That's who I hate. So until you prove to me that you're worth my disdain, uh, I'll treat you with respect. Yeah, I mean, granted, I'm sure there's times in my life where it wasn't an immediate thing, but that's probably because I was just having a bad day or somebody else pissed me off or something like that. But generally speaking, I try to treat people with respect until they prove they don't deserve it. Uh, kind of jobs have I had? I've had tons of gas station, corner store type jobs. Worked in a call center, which was really interesting for 2 years. The call center for, I don't know what the company names are now, but there was Live Links, Red Hot Dateline, where you had to call and leave an ad. And I was part of the staff that was approving or disapproving the ads. And that was a that was a fun 2 years. I just put it that way. Uh, Other than that, let's see, I've worked, done data entry, bookkeeping, accounting, uh, mostly minimum wage, entry level type jobs is all I've had. I generally, anything that had good shot at moving up, you know, within the, moving up the company ladder, I either wasn't interested in, I just wanted to get my paycheck and get out and go home, or I screwed it up by being partying too much and became unreliable, which that's not a part of my life I miss one fucking bit whatsoever. Uh, I Yeah, I said I went to recovery house in 2009, stayed there a full year. Uh, it seems to have stuck because this past October I took 15 years sober, so that's something. Uh, and for those of you wondering that know me and know about that part of my history, no, it has not really crossed my mind to use that as an excuse under these current circumstances. I didn't do all that good hard work just to throw it out the window when I got my first bad news. Well, I mean, my mom died 5 years ago was bad news, but I had kind of braced myself for that. This is not really something you can brace yourself for. You can just accept it, listen to your doctors, do what they say, move forward, which is what I plan to do. Uh, I've, as you may have noticed, I've got kind of a warped sense of humor, but I'm using a lot of dark humor to get through this, and will continue to do that. It's always gotten me through the hard times. Uh, what do I like? Uh, I like anything, really. I've learned in the last 10 years to challenge yourself when it comes to things you might be afraid to try. Uh, Two that stand out in my mind would be karaoke, which I was a guy that you would never get up there ever. And then I happened to promise a very good friend I would sing them a song for their birthday one year. And that just kind of, over the next 6 months to a year after that, I would sing another song. Uh, I'd try other songs, and it got to the point where I eventually was hosting karaoke. Did that for just about 4 years thereabouts. Uh, yeah, I went from "You'll never get me up there" to "Is it my turn? Can I sing again?" So it and doing that gave me confidence in other areas, like it had a spin-off effect. And the other activity I said there was skiing. A friend of mine talked me into it one night. We went the next day, and at the end of that day, first day I might have skied maybe 20 feet total. All I did was crash and get up and crash, get up and crash. And at the end of the day, I said to my buddy, I said, "So when you coming back?" And he says, "What?" He totally expected me to pack it in. He said, "People that have the day you have never look at skis again." And my response was, "Yeah, but the little kid inside me says, if you can stay standing up, this is going to be the most fun you ever had." And sure enough, it definitely became that. I haven't skied in 5 years though. I had a bad crash, and and then everything kind of started falling apart, and I just haven't had the opportunity to ski. Hoping to do that this winter. Let's see what other things. My franchises, I like Star Wars, Planet of the Apes, Doctor Who, Star Trek, that kind of thing. The Marvel Universe, uh, things like that. I only belong to one fan group on Facebook because it's very well moderated. The admin's really good. Know a lot of negativity and name calling and such, which is why I don't belong to other fan groups, because good lord, doesn't seem like anybody likes anything anymore. They just wait for something to get announced so they can shit on it. Sorry, I don't let the internet tell me whether I'm gonna like something. I go watch it. I thought the Indiana Jones movie last Dial of Destiny, I thought it was great. I thought it was a perfect send off. Uh, Same thing, oddly enough, with the Flash movie. As much as the first 20 minutes or so, I was like, oh my God, this guy's acting is cringe. It's going to be hard to sit through. But once the action started, it wasn't a bad movie at all. The only movie that, well, some of the Star Wars that aren't the original trilogy, some I like more than others. I don't crap on it because it's Disney. The only one I really have trouble, if it wasn't a Star Wars movie, I would never say you might as well watch it because it's part of the series, right? But good Lord, The Last Jedi stunk up the joint. Oh my God. I feel bad saying something bad about a Star Wars movie, but come on. Anyhow, as I thought I might. I'm digressing here and there, going off on tangents. Uh, what else? I don't know. Like I said, I've always had a wacky sense of humor. It's always been kind of cornball, dark humor. Uh, it's just whatever. It's something it helps me get through the day. My theory is, even if the world is falling down around you, if something can make you laugh for 10, 20, 30 seconds, that's 10, 20, 30 seconds where you don't have a care in the world. Laughter is the world's best medicine. uh, what else? Yeah, single, never married, no kids. Uh, although, for in a bizarre twist of fate, I'm excellent with kids. If I must say anything about myself, uh, children and animals, they just tend to gravitate to me. And I don't know, it's if you're gonna have a superpower, that's not a bad one to have, really. You know. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of ran out of things I was gonna say. That's me in a very encapsulated form of my life story. There are things I could get into, but then it just becomes a sob story. Uh, but yeah, tomorrow, this is December 1st now. It's December. Uh, tomorrow I've got to go. Tomorrow's going to be a bunch of hurry up and wait. I got not appointments, but uh, government places to go to talk to people and getting things, the ball rolling on some things. And oh yeah, this picture here, uh, that was drawn by my little buddy Dallas, my best little buddy in the whole world. It says to Alex, love Dallas, and then it's a picture of me, her, and there's a pumpkin and a ghost. It was for Halloween. She sent it over with a friend that was coming across here. Yeah, yeah, she's my buddy. But yeah, so I'll have another video. I guess maybe tomorrow. It'll be later in the night again. Maybe people are gonna wonder how my appointments went and this and that and the other thing. I'm hoping to get another good night's sleep like I did last night. That's the one thing that's been elusive. Like I said, no strength, no energy, but I can't sleep. And part of it is because when it comes time to go to bed and lay down, I think I might have mentioned this in the other video. Uh, it means the day is over, and that's one more day I can't get back. I'm sure that eventually, maybe that feeling will go away, but I don't know. I find it, I used to really like it when it would get 11, 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning because I'm a night owl. And I just liked being up then. But now when it starts to be getting that time of night, all I can think of is, oh, I'm going to have to go to bed soon. Another day is over. But, oh well, some days are better than others. Today honestly hasn't been that bad. Got to go to with coffee, for coffee with a good friend, so that was nice. Uh, got some laundry done. But yeah, other than that, my weekend was kind of lazy. Wasn't much I could do. Any place I would phone would just be a recording. Any office I got to go visit wouldn't have been open. So I just kind of had to force myself to relax. Got to watch a good hockey game this morning. That's another thing about me. I'm a huge Canuck fan. Uh, I like the BC Lions. I'm not a super big sports guy. I like when the local teams win, but I couldn't care less about baseball or basketball or NFL or whatever. Uh, it just isn't my bag. I get why it is for some people. It's just not mine. I love playing baseball. That's fun, but watching it, oh, baseball fans are gonna hate me now. Uh, my interests are a lot. Like I said, I watch a lot of movies, a lot of older movies, 30s, 40s, 50s, that era, the black and white ones. You know, Humphrey Bogart's my favorite actor. Betty Davis would be my favorite actress. Uh, yeah, older movies, older TV shows, the classics, that kind of thing. I really get into that. I can binge that stuff, especially the old Universal horrors from the 30s and 40s. Those are my sports. Those are the things I really get into. I mean, would be a boring world if everybody was the same and liked the same things anyhow, wouldn't it? But I think that might be it. Uh, can't really think of anything. Like I said, I didn't go into much detail. It's kind of a quicker thing. This video turned into more of just me rambling. So sorry about that. Uh, but yeah, no, the initial response to the first video kind kind of blew me away. Uh, last I checked, there was 15 subscribers and they had close to 100 views, which I mean, some of those are me logging in, trying to check it and accidentally click play. So there's probably about 10 of those plays are me just logging in and not doing something right. But uh, it's much appreciated. Hopefully I can continue doing this and having fun doing it. It's kind of therapeutic. So this is only the second video, so we'll see. I did change the name. I just thought fighting cancer was kind of generic and bland. So the friend that I went for coffee with used AI, Chat GP, typed in what I was talking about on my YouTube channel and said what would be a good name. And there was a whole bunch, but the one that came up that caught my eye first was Old Dog New Trick. And then there was another one further down that said My Fight with Cancer or something like that. So I just combined the two and I kind of like that. Old Dog, which I am, New Trick, which this most definitely is. We'll see how I perform it over the next couple months. Uh, yeah, and it's just going to be about my journey with cancer. I say I've got a phone appointment later this week, tentatively scheduled for the procedure on the 13th. That'll determine how operable it is. Yeah, hopefully, it's really, really operable. that's my wish. Uh, but yeah, it's like so far because I haven't had the phone appointment and they haven't done the biopsy to see exactly how bad it is. Uh, right now, I'm just kind of walking around in a fog in circles. It's all very surreal. Uh, it'll be what it'll be. No. Anyhow, I was trying to think up all my favorite YouTuber channels, of which I have a few. Mr. Ballin, Jerome Weaselberry. She's this girl that reviews all kinds of movies and books. She's really neat. And Jen Murray, who does reaction watch along videos to stuff. And kind of, I don't know if she's actually not seen the shows that she's reviewing because if that's true, she didn't watch a movie till she was 30 because, but her reviews, she's kind of neat, charming too. So her reviews are cool. Mr. Bola, I mentioned, Gabulosis, a couple other mostly true crime ones. Uh, Wrestling Bios is another one. If you're a wrestling fan, it's a really good channel. The guy's funny. Uh, but yeah, they all have kind of a signature sign off of their own that they do. That's I knew if I rambled long enough, I'd remember my point. Uh, uh, I'm thinking I'm just gonna steal the one from Star Trek. I posted it up on Facebook the other day. Spock doing the Vulcan salute thing, or that. Uh, but it's Live long and prosper.